guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Herbie. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about my language learning journey and what my routine is sort of looking like nowadays. So without further ado, let's get to it. So currently I am only engaging with 3 languages: French, German, and Russian. So it's really crazy. If you saw the thumbnail of one of my videos, I think I recorded it the beginning of this year. Literally all the flags that I put on that thumbnail, at some point it's like a language I have already like studied this year. Anyways, so French. I'm currently studying French anywhere between 3 to 5 days a week. But on top of that, I'm actually watching native French content as of lately, pretty much daily, which is pretty wild because I remember like even in the recent past, I couldn't do that because still, even though I could understand, sometimes it was still a bit overwhelming to just like force myself to like just watch native French content. But recently I found this show called The Circle France and I just ended up getting into it and I was just like watching it, and then like, you know, I feel like my ears just got accustomed to listening to French because now I'm like watching some animes dubbed in French, and it's like it feels new, like normal, kind of like watching something in English or Spanish. So that's been really cool to experience. Right now I'm kind of watching like French things daily, but on top of that, I'm also reviewing between 3 to 5 times a week. Usually Monday, Wednesday, Fridays are days that I certainly study French, and then I will usually study it like another day. It's like, it just ends up being like a random day, honestly. And for the most part, I don't really plan it necessarily. Like, yeah, sometimes there are study sessions that I do plan where I'm like, okay, today I want to review some grammar stuff. But for the most part, I'll kind of just review vocabulary or just immerse myself in reading a book in French. Or now I'm like, you know, doing my best to engage with more French native speakers because like the italki tutor that I've been working with, her schedule's been pretty packed, so I haven't really been like talking with her consistently. But there's another French tutor that I talked with a while back that came back, so I'm going to try a lesson with her next week. But on top of that, I've also been on Tandem, and I finally have been coming across nice French people who, like, I don't want to say that French people are mean, they're not. It's just like the people I've encountered, a lot of them haven't been reliable, and it hasn't just been like people for the French language, it's just been like for any language that I've been learning in general. But I finally have found that some people who have been like reliable, and we're planning like days to talk, and hopefully like just being consistent so like they can practice their English and I can practice my French, and pretty much just working out my oral skills. And that's what I'm working on right now. I don't really have any particular goal at this aim to work on a particular level, but I do see myself possibly in the new year focusing on like the DEL French exam, the C1 maybe. I'm still not sure, but for now that's probably something I'll do in the future. But that's what we're doing with French. Now with German, I'm reviewing German 4 times a week, and if I'm able to, I'll do 5, but usually just like 4 times a week. And I tend to alternate where one day I'll kind of focus on like vocabulary and just like immersing myself in like reading a book or watching videos, and then like the other day I'll focus more on like grammar, although lately I haven't really been like doing grammar this past week or 2, but I try to alternate, especially just practicing the grammar content, because if you've studied German, you know about the grammar. But I've been sort of alternating, and then on Saturdays I've been meeting up with a German girl from Germany that I met on Tandem, and she's like the first reliable person that I've met also when it's come to like doing a language exchange on Tandem, which has been super nice. And it's been super helpful just having her like help me, and like her English is already like really good, so I'm just like, how can I help you? Like, please tell me, you know? But like it's been really cool just like having someone who I can practice like speaking with in German weekly. And just like I feel my problem is this was like even before when I had my friends like at an intermediate level, like it's just hard to force myself to like just immerse myself in a content of a language that I don't fully understand because it's just very mentally overwhelming. But it's literally like the best way to improve my comprehension skills. But even so, I just can't take it. I can only like immerse myself for a certain extent of time before I'm just like, okay, I can't do this anymore. But I'm sure once I get my German up to like the same level as my French, I'll probably be like, okay, I can watch like content now with no problem. But for now, I am just like, it kind of alternate. Like one day it's like focusing on vocabulary. And also what I tend to do is like I'll read articles in German and translate any words or particular sentence structures, like sentences within a structure that I don't necessarily understand, to kind of like understand how that structure works and like, making sense of a particular sentence. So I would also do that. So that's why I don't necessarily study grammar. Like I haven't really been studying grammar as consistently because I've been doing that instead. And also I've been working on particular topics where like I find questions online that fortunately like this German exchange partner, she sent me like this website of like over 100 questions in German. I will like put the link below for anyone who's interested. And I've just been like doing my best to like have conversations with myself, like with regards to a particular question, which has been super helpful because then if there's something that I don't necessarily know how to say or a particular word, like I look it up and then that's how I'm also learning, which has been super cool. And I'm really happy for that because I've also been doing that with French actually, just like trying to expand with like reading different articles and just like because my tutor from italki, like she has like a list of questions for particular articles, and so I just like speak and then like if there's like a word I don't know, I'll just look it up, and it's been really cool. So I think having questions and just like you can film yourself. I actually should start filming myself, but usually I'm just on the spot, I'll be speaking and then I'll just like look it up and then just like write it in like my notepad or on the Google document, and then I will review that, and then like a few days later I will like have a similar conversation again, just like answering this particular question and just like trying to like speak naturally. And yeah, it's been a really good exercise. Like if you want to improve your oral skills, I would definitely recommend that you try doing this. Now my third language is Russian. So Russian, I wasn't really planning to study Russian, but because I am taking a Russian course this semester, it is what it is. It's a class that's online that meets Monday and Wednesdays, but I try to review it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday. So I usually tend to review it only 3 times a week, but if I do have like quite a bit of assignments, I will maybe add a 4th day, but it'll literally be just doing the assignments, not necessarily reviewing. I feel like out of like, let's say 3 days, I only reviewed 2 days, which isn't good. But there's a lot in my Russian learning that I have started to like revive and remember, because if you've been here for a while, then you know that last year I was self-studying German. I was self-studying Russian for about 3 months. And I think I maybe made it to 4 or 5 months until I decided to just stop, because I personally just didn't want to deal with another language that has to deal with cases. But here we are again. But so I'm kind of just reviewing. I'm not reviewing, but I'm not taking it seriously at this point. I'm not sure if I actually will, because I actually do love the Russian language. I think it sounds very beautiful. And there's a lot of Russian literature that I would definitely love to get my hands on at some point. Like I would love to get to an advanced level, but whether or not I will actually commit to Russian, I'm not sure, because in the back of my mind, there's always Japanese, and I really just want to honor that like desire and calling, and just like, once the semester ends, like kind of throw myself back into that language. But I guess we will see where I'm at that point as well, because I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I get to certain like points where I just really don't want to like learn any more languages, And it's not because I hate language learning, like I absolutely love it, but I feel like I'm at a point where like I get too easily overwhelmed if I try taking on too many things. And then like, I feel like, everyone's different. Like for me, I feel like at this point in my life, it's important for me to achieve a high advanced level where I'm able to express myself like very fluidly with people in languages. And so I feel like that's why my main aim is just to focus mainly on French and German, just to keep on getting that to like a natural level. But people change, because of course, like even with Japanese, I wouldn't say that my aim would be to like be advanced. Like, I feel like there are definitely languages that I would be okay with just being conversational, but that's like a whole different topic anyways for another video. But with that said, this is basically what I've been doing with regards to my language learning as of lately. Let me know what you guys have been doing and what languages you're currently learning or dabbling in. I do want to stress that there's nothing wrong with wanting to learn multiple languages if that is your desire. There's nothing wrong with not achieving a high advanced level. Like, it really depends on what it is that you want, and just because there are people who achieve a high level doesn't mean that this is like the rule of the game where like once you start learning a language you have to get to a high advanced level. Like, no, you get to whatever level it is that you want to get to, because at the end of the day it's about what you want. So don't focus on what it is that I'm doing or what I want. Like, yes, learn from other people based on like their approaches of language learning, but pick the goals that best align with your soul, with your heart, with what makes you happy, and just like your goals with what it is that you want to do in your life, right? Because it really doesn't matter. Level is like whatever. If you just want to like be able to speak a little bit, that's great too, I just want to stress that. Anyways, let me know what languages you guys are learning and what approaches you guys are taking. Maybe there's something that I didn't mention in this video that you guys can share it down below that can be helpful for other language learners. So yes, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed it and found value in it, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and to subscribe to my channel for more upcoming videos each week. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!